It is now time to wrap up the products page. Now, you might have noticed a certain pattern here. We did these pages in the exact reverse order to what they are on the list.
Right.
But there has been a method to our madness. I mean, we started off with the contact page, which was what? Just an image and a little bit of text.
Right.
We then went to history, which was one image and text, but the text was a little more complex. It had to be broken up into columns. Then we went over to testimonials, which was, several pieces of text and several images.
Right.
We did news, where we had to do some work on the fly and really kind of take a look at bringing in text from applications. So it's progressively got more and more interesting as we go along. And that's also going to be true of the products page, which is going to be just a little bit trickier than anything we've done so far, but nothing really super out of the way.
Yeah.
We just have a few more elements to take into account.
Right.
So we're going to be handling, as per our original design spec in Photoshop, things like the little 1-pixel border around all of the products, and Rob's switching over to the products page now.
You can follow along as we talk about it.
Yeah, we've got like a little 1-pixel border around all of our products. We have that black faded gradient moving over. We have, the images and whatnot. So, Rob, I guess jump on in, man.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. It really isn't going to be too awful bad. We just have to plan our strategy. So let's go ahead and jump into GoLive, open up our products page, and get started. Okay, I'm going to drop in our first table, get rid of our placeholder.
Yay. So this will be our standard 1 by 1
Right.
with the spacer, so
Right.
20 cell padding.
1 by 1 with no border. And 20 padding, and I need to make it 100% width and no cell space.
Gotcha.
Okay, ready for our next guy. Put him in there, and this one is going to be our border table.
Okay.
So,
So
it'll be
the
1 by
little-
1 as well.
I gotcha.
This is just a container.
It'll be a little 1-pixel border.
Right.
Gotcha.
100%. No border. Even though it's going to be the border table.
It is going to be for
Right.
a border, but it's not going to have border in and of itself.
Right. And I'm going to give this one a cell pad of about 14. Let's say 14 on this one.
Okay.
And no cell space. Now, we need to give this guy a color other than blue. So let's go back and see our Photoshop. Let's see if I can actually grab that color.
Ooh.
I use my eyedropper. And
I think you got it.
there he is.
So you just grab
Copy
the
that.
hexadecimal number.
Jump into here. Oops. Jump into GoLive. Sorry. Double click on our color. Paste our new color. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So this one.
Now, why the 14-point cell pad?
Why the 14? Because it shouldn't be 14. I should have made it 1.
That's what I was thinking earlier.
Right. Our next table will be 14.
I'm with you now.
Yeah.
I was just
Sorry.
a little lost, but it's all good.
That's
all
right. These things happen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to drag our next table inside. This guy is also going to be 1 by 1, 100%.
And he's going to have like 14 point.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
0
border.
And this will be 14.
Are you going to set his color back to dark blue?
Right.
Gotcha.
Right. No cell space.
I'm following along now. I get it.
So I have it here already.
Kind of a color history down there.
Right.
Nice.
And if we go into preview,
there's our little 1-pixel
there's
border.
our 1-pixel border, and
How
we're ready
nice.
to put our next table inside of it.
Cool. Which will be what? 1 row, 2 columns?
This one is going to be 1 row, and
he's thinking.
I'm thinking. Let me go back to my Photoshop real quick.
Photoshop.
We don't want to misstep here, if at all possible. This one will be 1 row and 2 columns. Yeah.
So yeah, 1 for the text and
Right.
one
for the photo.
image. Gotcha.
So go back to our table.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a little hard to keep track. You have to go back, kind of look at what you're doing.
Yeah, good for reference.
Oh yeah. So 100% width on that.
No border. And this is going to have no padding at all. And let's go ahead and drop our image in here.
Okay. We're putting that in the right cell.
And we'll go to our product
log or something.
Yeah, our big one. This is our big one because we had the small one on
Right.
earlier. Okay, and let's grab some text to drop in there. And here we are. Here's our product section.
Yeah.
On our long list of things. I'm going to go ahead and grab this part right here.
Okay.
Copy. Paste.
Maybe we should jump over into our source and just see if that came through with any crazy word tags.
Now, one thing that did come through, you notice that was a
little number one.
The number one. I didn't even have it selected.
Yeah.
But it still came over.
So I'm guessing we're going to have some weird tags.
Yeah. Well, at least one.
Yeah.
But I actually can tell you what that is.
Oh, okay.
This is a numbered list.
Oh, okay.
Remember we were talking about lists and things earlier you could do. And if we look up here in our toolbar, it's numbered list is selected. So if I uncheck that, it turns that off.
Cool.
But let's go ahead and look in our source.
Just to make sure. No, I don't see anything crazy.
No weirdness.
Yeah, it was just that one section.
Yeah. So we're okay. That's good. Okay. We don't want the shorts. This was just for the home page, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
We don't really need that.
We don't need that part, so I can delete that part.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hit delete again.
Just go back over to our Photoshop document.
Yeah, let's go grab our specifications.
It looks like we had that one-liner in there.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can undo it.
Maybe just bring it back.
Let's see what we got. It's a 14-point Verdana. And that's it.
Bold. 14-point Verdana.
Is it bold?
It is bold.
Okay. Oh, it is bold.
Mm-hmm.
Good eye. So I'll select him. Close my color palette here.
Go ahead and bring back that one-liner before you do anything. So, just in case.
Yeah.
We can just put it like underneath or something.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and hit Shift Enter.
Mm-hmm.
And get rid of that extra space.
Okay.
So with this guy selected, I'm going to hit a new block style. We'll call this Products Headline.
Name.
I'm sorry?
Product's name?
Why not? Yeah, because it's the product's name. It's not a headline, it's a name. Very, very good. And we said it was a Verdana, so we don't have to set that. We said it was 14 point. And we said it was bold.
Mm-hmm.
Bold. And did we get the color?
I don't think we grabbed it.
Let's go grab that color. We'll just copy it. And paste it.
Nice.
Okay, and there it is, except that it did too much. But that's
it included
this part.
Guy. So just going to make that an inline?
I'm just going to undo this.
Okay.
So that I deselected it.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was I put in a carriage return, a line break, and I should have hit a full enter.
Gotcha.
That puts it in its own paragraph tag.
I see. So just hit enter instead of shift enter, and that takes care of it.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So that's good. Our text, we're going to leave it as our regular text.
I think the text is just fine as it is.
As it is, right. Okay. Now there's one other thing I need to take into account.
Mm-hmm.
We have our faded background.
Right, that gradient in the back.
That gradient background. So let's go get it real quick. I need to select this table, this just as one cell.
Mm-hmm.
And when I select the cell, I have the ability to put a background image.
Ah, nice.
So check it, and let's go get it. It is products gradient.
Yep.
Open.
And
okay. And fills in here. Now,
right in.
You see we have an issue here.
Yeah.
Basically what's happening is it stopped right here. The image stopped, and it's repeating.
Ah, yeah.
So we can fix that a number of ways. But there's one other issue here, and that is our text is lining up right on this edge.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in our Photoshop document it is not doing that.
Inset by
so I'm going to go ahead and cut this text, and then we'll fix our border.
Okay, you put it in another table?
Right.
Gotcha.
Just giving one more table here.
Just throw in a little 1x1.
Yeah.
And this will have, some cell pad of...
Yeah, of about
maybe
10. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm starting to follow along.
Yeah.
This is all making sense now.
You do it enough times and it starts to make sense.
Exactly.
All right.
The dead horse has been beaten.
So I'm going to paste in our text. Uh-oh, what happened?
That's okay.
But it's not a big deal because we can fix this real quick. Can we not?
Just uncheck. I should be able to. If you can hit the checkbox.
GoLive is choosing to ignore me at the moment. That's okay. We have source code.
Yes.
And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and take out this paragraph tag like we were doing in the in the news section.
Makes sense.
Leave this guy as paragraphs.
And if we scroll, there should be an end to that class somewhere around
To
there.
this class?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
It's right underneath it.
Div. There we go.
Yeah, it's div to div.
All right.
So let's go back to our layout.
And
nothing has changed.
not quite fixed just yet.
Let me hit preview. Sometimes that didn't do it.
Interesting.
We have a true mystery.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's see if we can hunt this down.
It has to be there somewhere.
One would think.
Yeah.
Something is happening. What is happening? Product's name. Okay, here's our problem. We have this div class that's going all the way around.
Up here.
Right, way up here.
There it is.
So we can take him out altogether because we don't need him. Now, if you do that,
you need to find that other
you need
div.
to find that closing tag.
Yeah. So make sure you kill both of those.
Yeah. So
how did we end up with that?
It must
From
have
when we pasted the text back in.
Right. It was already in that previous cell.
I gotcha.
And so it was affecting everything that was inside of it.
I gotcha. So it's nothing to worry about. It's just something you got to kind of track down.
Exactly. So here we are.
Now our inset's now there, so that's good.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out
We've just got to figure out how to fix this.
Right.
Now, my idea here is to go back into Photoshop and extend this image.
Okay.
Because it will go. You can make this image as wide as you like, and it'll just disappear when it gets to the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, it'll give us a little extra security, as we don't have to fiddle with exact pixel numbers.
All right.
So I'm going to go back into Photoshop. I'm going to close this real quick. Since it's right here, I might as well use what we have.
Could you actually just open up the spacer?
You mean the
open
background?
Up the actual image that we saved.
Sure, we can do that too.
Would that be quicker, you think?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I think we'll have to jump over to our actual thing. I think it's over under My
Move us on over.
And logging, and then under web content and
images. Right. Okay. So here we are. Products gradient. Open
you guys might have noticed that I usually start piloting whenever we have to jump around the computer. It's because there's like 47 drives on this machine.
Yeah, it's X computer. Well, it's he knows his way around it for sure. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my crop tool.
Mm-hmm.
Select the whole canvas. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. A little bit more. Just so I can get to this. Nothing will let me. I'm going to zoom out. Please, Photoshop, cooperate.
No.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Wow. You got
Very
right on
subtle.
that one pixel.
Thank goodness for optical mice. And I'm going to extend it off the canvas.
Wow, and you're doing this like completely the other way from what I'd do.
I
just changed the image size.
Well, you could do that too.
Change the width on the image size. That would also stretch it out, wouldn't it?
Sure. But then you would also change your gradient width. You could change the canvas.
Okay. Suddenly it all becomes clear,
right.
and I see
it
what it is you're doing.
It would end more abruptly. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend this very last color.
I gotcha.
All right.
Suddenly,
so we're all good.
Yeah, I'm now on the same page as you.
Okay.
It took me a second, but now I'm there.
So I think that did it.
All the colors are so close.
I know.
It's impossible.
It's like I'm staring at the screen and I can't tell. All right. Well, let's save it. Let's see what happened.
Now, if you save it, will it just update over in GoLive?
It did
update. Wow. I didn't even finish asking the question, and it was answered.
So we are already updated.
Yeah.
Now,
so
one more thing here. Our log is floating.
Is it floating?
In the middle of our cell.
Floating.
So let's go in here.
Log. Are you going to stretch it?
No, I'm not going to stretch it. I'm going to let it rise to the top. Because we'll never know for sure how long our description is. We want to make sure that if there's a whole lot of text in here,
totally with you.
It'll be okay.
That makes perfect sense.
Undo all this. Okay. So come on, little fellow. We want to get that row and hit the vertical alignment to top.
Bink.
So now everything in here is aligned to the top.
Yay.
If we hit preview. See what happened?
Very nice,
okay?
yeah.
And that's exactly what we wanted to happen. So we're good.
Mm-hmm.
We're good. Okay. Go back to our layout. That's our first one. And now it's just a matter of copying and pasting.
I guess the only other thing we could do if we were like really anal retentive would be to make sure that gradient ends out completely to
before
the blue by the time
it
reaches that end.
Yeah, and we could do that. Because we know
could we do
the
that?
Color. Let's do that.
I'd feel so much better if we did that. I know it's such a small thing, but
hey, it's all about getting it right? So I'm going to select this color.
I think I'll sleep better tonight.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I will too. So I've got that color. I'm going to select that color.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and copy it, just for safekeeping. You just never know what's going to happen to it.
No, you don't. It's a crazy world we live in.
Let's restore.
So this is our gradient again.
Yeah, this is
so
our.
So you're just going to overlay a gradient on top of that?
Yeah. Now, before I do this, we have a GIF file here, and it's used. It has those 256 colors.
Right.
I'm going to change it real quickly. I'm going to change the image mode to RGB.
Right. Because it's a GIF, it's using the indexed color mode.
Right. So if you were to choose, say, a red and try to fill it with a red, it would laugh at you and turn it blue automatically.
Right.
Because it's not part of that palette.
Right. You can't use any colors outside of that index.
Right.
So if we switch over to RGB, we can use any color we want.
Right. So our problem is we need to determine how wide it is. No, it's not really a problem. We can go back and GoLive and do that. We need to determine how wide to make it, where to end it.
Sure.
So we can do that real quickly. If we select that table and say, instead of width 100%, we say a pixel. Oh, that didn't do it. Undo. Please.
Kablam.
Let's make that back 100%. All right. So that's okay. I'm going to try the next best thing.
This is cool because this is Rob actually troubleshooting live just for your entertainment.
Okay, here we are. It's 451 pixels, and I know that because...
Okay, what did you do different?
Right, well, what I was selecting was the table that was inside the table.
Oh, yeah.
So what I wanted was that one cell.
Right, okay.
So it's tricky, and I could have used my little tables and boxes palette, and it would have told me.
Gotcha. But you weren't doing that.
No, I wasn't doing that.
So 451 pixels. That's not bad.
No, not so bad. Let's go back. So I need to...
So at least by the time we hit the 451st pixel, we need to be back at that blue.
Right. I'm going to go back to my canvas size. Make it 400 and... I'm sorry, what was it?
451.
451. Let's make it 450 just for good measure. Well, no, let's make it 451.
I was going to say you'd want it to be more, if anything, wouldn't you?
No, you want it to be less.
Less.
Because you want it to stop.
You want
to stop before it gets to the log.
I get it.
Should we make it less?
You can do 450. I mean, if it stretches by 1 pixel, who's going
to... you won't be able to see it.
No.
Okay, it says, do you want to crop? Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
And we're good. So, the one thing there that you want to make sure, let me go back to our canvas size, is that you select this edge.
Oh, yeah, you anchor it down.
You anchor it to the left, so you're cropping... You're cropping from the left to the right.
Right. So basically, the thing is going to shrink down over on the right-hand side.
Right. If you left it in the center, it would have cropped off both sides.
See, now when we're talking about left and right, you need to say correct for an affirmative. Because if you don't, it kind of sounds like who's on first.
Right.
There you go again. No, left.
No, I'm on first.
All right.
Okay. So we want to hit this color here. I think I'm going to, we're in RGB mode. I'm going to recreate this whole gradient.
Okay.
That's going to be the easiest way to do it.
Probably.
Yeah, so I'm going to...
Make a black background.
Make this one black.
Yeah.
And we'll go from foreground to background in our gradient. Switch to our gradient tool. Choose our foreground to background gradient.
Just hold down Shift, draw from one side to the other, and we're pretty much
done. As long as you stop before you get to the end, you're good.
Then you're good.
Okay, now let's go back to our save
for web.
Yay. Make it a GIF. I'm going to turn off diffusion and transparency, and let's try 128 colors, because who's going to know the difference?
I can't tell.
Yeah, no one's going to do it. It's 1.5K. That's
great.
That's plenty great.
Yeah.
And
we have, was it products
gradient.
Yeah. So
save.
Overwrite, replace, and it's probably already fixed over in GoLive.
Can we even see it?
Can we even see it?
Oh, we can, because it started to repeat.
That 451st pixel.
Yeah, because we didn't restretch our canvas after we finished.
I gotcha.
Okay, let's go back and do that.
All right.
And in fact, because I have this as the background color, I can just go to image, canvas size.
Now, I mean, see, we could do it all right the first time, and then it would look like we'd rehearsed this.
How interesting would that be?
But, see, this is more like what you guys are going to run into when you're actually web designing. You will see these little problems.
This is the kind of fun you have all day long.
Right, so did you say we're resizing this?
Right. I'm sorry, you were talking. Canvas size? No, I apologize. I was working while you were talking.
It's all good.
I changed it from 450 to 460.
Okay.
Just gave it an extra 10.
And you anchored it on the left.
Right.
And clicked OK.
And I made sure that our color was the background color, and that filled in.
Yeah, making sure the background color means that when we stretch out beyond what we had, we actually see that blue in the background.
Right.
That'll be very important.
You'll see here that it chose that color.
Wicked.
So we'll just save it again.
Control Alt Shift S.
Oh, we can't do that.
You
We
gotta
have to
hit
go
Control Alt. You need to Control Alt Shift S. I almost hit the Windows key. Did you see that?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 4 keys you got to hit all at once. You get a hand cramp.
But
It's very painful, but you can do it. And now we come back to GoLive. I think it worked.
I think it
I
worked.
think it worked. Oh,
It worked.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
How beautiful.
That's
nice.
rock.
That's nice.
We
like
have
that.
cleaned it up. I'm so glad I really am going to sleep better tonight because we fixed that.
I know you will.
Yeah.
All right. So I selected that as far out as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I've gotten
you
every
got to
single
make
one.
sure you had that
You
little
know what?
square. Okay, here you're going to do it right this time.
Let's start in the center and work our way out.
Yeah.
Let's go to our table and boxes.
Table and boxes.
Selected. Zoom out.
There's one.
One more.
I think
And
that's
one
the
more.
Is it one more?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're here.
There you go. You're there. Yeah, that's too
Oh,
far.
are we? That's too far. Yeah.
That's too far.
Zoom in. Okay. That's where we want to be. I think.
Well, we'll know when we paste. They need to have like a really obnoxious, bright highlighting scheme. It's just like, here's what you have selected.
Right. The fun with tables. So
Yes.
after doing all that, I'm just going to click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. And I hit my arrow key.
Did you hit Control C yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, you haven't. Okay.
Because I'm going to put a line break in here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to hit Shift Enter.
Enter. And you can do it again.
Oh. Is that okay? Yeah. No. Yes.
No, yes, no.
Yes, that's right.
You're scaring me
And one
now,
more.
Rob.
Well, I scare myself sometimes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to hit Control A.
Mm-hmm.
Select everything, copy,
Uh-huh.
and then
Control V.
deselect, and then Control V.
Kablam, and there's our other product already. Now, how many products do we have if we fly over to Word real
Let's
quick?
find out. 1,
2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 products total.
6 products and 1 picture.
And 1 picture. So we could just go ahead and paste 6 times. Well,
6 times.
4 more times.
4 more times, yeah. 1, 2,
2,
3,
3, 4. Wow, this is going to be a big page. And then we just
That's
go
good.
through and change all the text. So
Yep.
we're almost done now.
Yeah, the rest is pretty simple.
Awesome.
Okay, so number 2 is this and this. Copy.
Mm-hmm. And
Paste.
Kablam, and there's that numbered list again.
Yep.
And we're going to have to get rid of that extra tag.
All right, so let's take off the numbered list.
Now, just real slowly point out that button you just clicked. Cause
that was the numbered list.
Yeah, way up.
button.
Okay, yeah, just
Right.
making sure everybody sees that.
Right, okay.
All right, now back in our
I can
source code.
Delete this guy
Yeah,
and
press, I think,
enter.
yeah, just enter.
Mhm. And let's check our source code, make sure there's no extra weirdness.
And there will be.
Yeah,
There's
there
gonna
will be
that extra
because
div class.
now what I'm going to do, let's go back to our layout.
Show me what you're going to do.
So I'm going to turn off that block style for our
Okay.
paragraph, and that gets
That
rid of
was
that.
easy.
Yeah. And for him too. And I'm going to take out that space.
And then take that
and
off
I came
again.
back again. Go away.
Yay. Fortunately, it's just a checkbox. So
Yeah.
It's really no big deal.
Yeah. So that's good.
That did that.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is
let's-
going to be real quick and easy.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to our next one. Copy.
We didn't even really need to go to the source.
Paste. Let's
Okay.
see what happens if I don't select him.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Interesting. Let's
Kill the numbered list again.
Mhm. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this.
And there you go.
And there
That
we go.
happens. So all you do is hit what? Delete? Just pull that back up?
Yeah. And then it automatically turns.
Sure. Pulled it up into that area.
That
so.
area, right?
Yeah.
And I can turn off this block style. So on to our next one.
And here we go.
Copy.
More copying and pasting. Brought to you by 3D Buzz. How exciting.
Turn off our numbered
Death
list.
to the numbered list.
He's deleting our extra spaces.
Just kind of cleaning that up a little bit.
All right.
Delete. Delete. Boom.
There we are.
You're done.
Next.
This product list is so random. I had to make most of this up off the top of my head.
I'm sure it's good reading.
Did you see the collector's log? It's like
Yes.
limit 3 per customer.
I think it's some of your finest work.
I'm sure.
And finally, the Bradford pine. It's my favorite.
Bradford's a pear tree.
Oh.
That's okay. Nobody knows.
Oops,
Oh, wait, there's
undo.
people watching this video, aren't there?
Yes.
Well, now they know.
I can turn that off.
All right. So kill off the numbered list, then
Yep.
kill out the dash, press
Dash.
enter.
Delete our
Delete
extra
that extra
space.
space. Grab
There
all
it
this,
is.
delete,
Delete.
kablam.
And
That's everything.
let's take a look and preview.
Oh yeah, what a great product list.
Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's exactly what we wanted.
I think it is.
I'm going to hit save.
Control S.
And
Check
close
it out in Firefox.
Let's go, Firefox.
And Firefox seems to like it.
It does.
Firefox likes it. So
Thank you, Firefox.
Thank you, Firefox. Let's go ahead and get this published now.
Okay.
Publish
We have our third option, which was to right-click on it, publish server, upload selection. You'll notice it didn't ask me if I wanted to.
Well, if you're going to go through
it.
all that much work, I mean, it knows that you're sure at that point.
Right.
So, the one last thing I want to do, just because we're so into the habit of doing it now, let's go over to Firefox. Oh, we got to select something to fire that up. Right. So, click on Firefox and let's do our web.3dbuzz.com logging. Make sure to remember a little squiggly when you're testing your own site. And we're here. So this is live on the web again. So there's our testimonials. Here's our products page that we just finished. Uh-oh. We have a problem.
We have a problem. Oh. You know what happened?
No, I don't know what happened. We didn't update our new image.
I didn't upload it. I uploaded the one file.
Funny. And it's all because you wanted to show off that new right-click method.
That's what I get for showing off. If I clicked this button right here, it would have told me.
Yeah. There you go. Click OK. And give it just a second. It's loading, done.
There it goes.
So now
let's try again.
Grab the index. Let's go back. Actually, we closed Firefox. I was going to say we could just refresh the page at this point.
Right.
But let's go back to web. You and you're showing off. Do you see what that's done now?
I know. It's ruined the whole experience.
Okay.
Now what has happened?
I don't know. It's still there.
You're going to have to hit refresh because it's pulling it from the cache.
Oh, okay.
Firefox and pretty much all browsers have cache memory.
I did hit refresh.
There it is.
Oh, wow. Okay. It took a second maybe to hit the server.
And that's a pretty common problem, you'll notice, is that you'll change something and it looks like it didn't change it on the website, but it actually did change, but your web browser is actually pulling from its own internal cache.
To speed things up. So you don't have to load each page each time you
It's trying to help you out, but as a web developer.
As a tester, it's not helping you.
Right.
That's fine.
So
yeah, we fixed the problem. Everything's looking great, and that is going to wrap up this video over constructing the products page, and we only have one page left.
The home page.
The final piece of artwork for our website. So I can't wait to get started. Let's go ahead and call this video to a close.
Okay.